What is going on, guys? Train back at it today with another episode of the Playtest Playground, where I take some of the decks that are coming out, or past decks that were good, any kind of decks that are really going on, and turn them into my own little version, play them, see if they're fun, see if they're good, see if they're viable, any kind of shit like that, you know. Today we're going to talk about one of the decks that's coming out in Soul Fusion, basically some very old legacy support turning itself into a new deck, and kind of wrecking the OCG meta a little bit ever since it came out over there. And so I took one of their deck lists and modified it to my own liking a little bit, and kind of saw, you know, I actually enjoy this deck. You know, this deck's got great recoverability, great replaceability, I guess would be the thing. It's got deck thinning. It's a fantastic deck in my opinion. You can modify your graveyard, you can modify your banish pile, and I think it's really fun, and I can see why it's wrecking the OCG. So jumping into the deck profile, and then we'll get into some replays, so I hope you guys enjoy. Starting off, we've got 2 copies of Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. Don't want to run it at 3, not really too viable to the whole Thunder Dragon core. But since it's a light and dark deck, why not run it, you know, since it's at 3. Then we've got 2 of the Leviona, the Primordial Chaos Dragon, one of the new Chaos monsters that's coming out along with the Thunder Dragons. I figured, you know, again, since it's a light and dark deck, why not run it? Because you can banish all lights, you can banish all darks, or you can banish light and darks to get some effects. So if you banish lights, you're going to special summon a monster from a graveyard in defense position. If you're going to get darks only, you shuffle 1 random card from your opponent's deck into the deck. If you do light and dark, you can destroy up to 2 cards on the field, which is pretty good because you're usually doing the light and dark. But if you activate its effect, you won't be able to use the attack, just like Envoy at the beginning. And then we've got the Thunder Dragon's own Chaos monster, Aeon Thunder Dragon. Aeon? I don't know. Basically, you gotta banish a light and dark, just like every Chaos monster, and it's just a big beater, only running 1 because it's searchable off of a couple of the cards. And it can go up to 3100 attack if you activate a Thunder, basically any monster effect. Sorry. So then moving on, we're going to run 3 of the Bestial Thunder Dragon. This is one of the most important Thunder Dragons in my opinion, because you can discard it and you can add one of your Thunder Dragon cards that is banished or in your graveyard, so getting that replaceability. And then if it's banished, you can special summon a Thunder Dragon monster from your deck. So usually you want to banish it instead of discard it, because with the Thunder Dragon monsters, you're going to get you're only going to get 1 of their effects, and only once that turn. You can't use both of their effects once per turn, so it's a little bit of a problem. You got to pick and choose what you want to use. Bestial Thunder Dragon being one of your dark targets. Moving on, we've got Avian Thunder Dragon, also one of your more important combo pieces. This one's you can discard this one, special summon one of your Thunder Dragons, basically the opposite effect of the beast. And then if it's banished, you can basically magical mallet your hand. You're more going to use it as the discard instead of the banish, as opposed to the beast. You're going to use more of the banish than the discard. We're going to run 3 of the original Thunder Dragons just to get some light targets in the graveyard and some of that deck thinning, as well as targets for your fusions. Then we're going to run 3 of the Bolt Thunder Dragon. If you discard it, you can add another Bolt Thunder Dragon, and then if it's banished, you can add a Thunder Dragon card. So you're going to want to use the banish more than you use the discard, but then again, pretty good to get that discard to add, or to add another one, so you can get more of that deck thinning. But this is basically your main search card. Usually you use it to get your Aeon Thunder Dragon if you need it, or you can use it to get your Thunder Dragon Fusion or your Thunder Dragon Streamer. Then we're going to run 3 of Solar Battery Man, or Battery Man Solar. I don't know which one it is because I'm looking at the 2 fucking names and it's just confusing. Basically, you're only normal summon in this deck. Normal summon it to almost Armageddon Knight your the monsters that you kind of want to manipulate into the graveyard. And then if a Thunder Monster is Thunder Monster is special summoned, you can get some tokens. So that's good for your fusions. That's good for your links. You can do a lot of things with it. Moving on to the hand traps, we're going to run 2 Ash Blossom, 2 Ghost Ogre, and 2 Effect Failure. I don't have infinite impermanence, so Effect Failure is the budget boy version, basically. 2 Ash Blossom because, I mean, it's just 2-2-2, just a good ratio in my opinion. The final Thunder Dragon monster is Origin Thunder Dragon, so you can use this as a quick effect to boost your Thunder Dragon monsters on the field by 500 attack, and that's not until the end of turn. That's a permanent 500, so you can use all 3 of these and boost it up by 15, but if you're boosting it that much, you probably already won the game at that point. And then if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, or if it's banished, you can add another one, and it's also got that 1 effect once per turn. So usually, I mean, if you don't have your Solar Battery Man or Battery Solar Man, then this is your other normal summon. Since it's a level 1, go into Link Rebo and start going through your graveyard if you need to. Effect Failure is just Effect Failure, like I said, don't have infinite permanence. For your draw, I'm going to run Allure of Darkness, because actually Allure is very good for this deck, because you've got dark targets like Bolt Thunder Dragon and Bestial Thunder Dragon that you have no problem with banishing whatsoever. It's to proc off their effects, basically. And if you needed to, you could use the Leviona, but usually you're trying to go for the Bestials and the Bolt. Running 1 Monster Reborn, because it's Monster Reborn. Only running 2 of the Thunder Dragon Fusion, because it's searchable through Bolt Thunder Dragon, and I mean, that's basically it. I like the effect of this, because if you like side it in like a Twin Twisters, you could use this as the effect, or use this as the cost, and then basically just, you know, do your fucking thing, do whatever you need to do. And then you can also banish it from the graveyard and add a Thunder monster from my deck to my hand. So that's you know. And since it's a combo deck, you want to almost OTK your opponent. Yeah, you don't really have to, but you know, I don't like hand traps, so I run 3 of Called by the Grave. Pretty self-explanatory. Final card I run is 2 of the Thunder Dragon Streamer. Basically, it says you can't negate any of my Thunder Dragon effects, and if any Thunder Dragon monster is normal or special summoned, you can target a spell or trap on the field, and then banish a Thunder monster from your deck and destroy that target. So you can target itself and proc off one of your banishing effects, or you can destroy any problematic spell or trap that your opponent's got. Moving on to the extra deck, going into the 2 main cards of this. I'm going to run 2 of the Thunder Dragon Lords. Basically, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to use polymerization for it, but you can. So like the Thunder Dragon Fusion is helpful. But you can summon this out by tributing one of your fusion. Basically, 1 Thunder Fusion monster and 1 Thunder monster from your hand. So you can bring out the Super Bolt Thunder Dragon, which we'll talk about in a second. You can tribute that off, or banish it, and then banish a card from your hand. Bring this guy out. Anytime a Thunder Monster, Thunder Monster's effect is activated, you can destroy 1 card on the field. So that can be any of your opponent's monsters, spells, traps, anything like that. It's also not once per turn, so keep popping off. Like, say you have a Thunder Dragon and you haven't searched any of your Thunder Dragons yet, so just keep using your Thunder Dragons and popping off of your opponent's field, basically clearing their board. I'm going to run 3 of the Super Bolt Thunder Dragon. I don't run Droll and Lockbird in this deck, basically because of this monster. It's effect that your opponent cannot add cards from either player's deck to the hand except by drawing them. It's fucking insane. And this monster can also be special summon from the extra deck by tributing one of your non-fusion Thunder monsters if you activated a Thunder monster from your hand. So it's very easy to summon out. That's why I'm also running only 2 of the Thunder Dragon Fusions, because it's so fucking easy. Going into some links, running a Topological Bomber Dragon just in case I need to clear the field, Borlo Dragon in case I need to take care of a problematic monster, Boral Sword for the OTK, Summon Sorceress so I can get some of the Summon Sorceress broken fucking plays. You gonna run the basic Nightmare package with Unicorn, Cerberus, and Phoenix to bounce back any problematic card, destroy any problematic monster and any problematic spell. Only running one of the Kiminari Summer Vacations. I'm kind of playing around with this. I don't know if I want to run this or if I want to run the Hip Hogan Shaga, whatever the light one is, or if I want to run Wee Witch. I like this one because you can discard a card and then special summon one of your Thunder monsters in your graveyard, so that's pretty nice. And then another link too I'm going to run is Land for Linkus. Basically, just so I can open up 2 more zones. It's generic, I don't know. And then your Link Rebo to help you get off your Origin Thunder Dragon. That's basically it. Hope you guys enjoy the deck profile. We're going to go on to some replays to show you what this deck is. Thanks for watching, y'all, but this is where the train ends with me, your host, Kill Train. If you made it this far, I think of you. If you could go ahead and show me some support, that'd be fucking fantastic. I would appreciate all of it. Thumbs up if you liked the video, comment any opinions or ideas you have for me. Consider hitting that sub button for me for more weekly content that I keep intending to put out about our beloved pieces of expensive cardboard. That'll be it for me. I'll catch you guys next time.